Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour. Welcome back to another Pro 1v1 replay. Today we have here with us Fargo in the bottom right. We're on Jungle Wolf and he's playing as the Blue USA Air Force. Then up in the top left we have Boycah with his almighty GLA. In this case Demolition, and he's with the cyan color up in this top left spot. So yeah, we're on Jungle Wolf as I mentioned. Very beautiful map to look at. I was only recently thinking about why some of the maps are like more played than others, and I think some are just like the simplest things, just like the colors used. Like you see the green here is just so nice and beautiful to look at, whereas you get some of like the darker, more a little bit less eye-catchful, if that's even the right less eye-catching is probably the way to put it. But yeah, beautiful map, Jungle Wolf. We do have a Dozer Rush from Fargo, so this is a build order. I remember Google doing this build order the very first time, and I kind of stole it from him. You send, you make an extra 2 dozers, so you got 3 dozers in total. You send 1 forward to keep the GLA busy, to kind of get some crushes and stuff like that, and meanwhile you drop 2 airfields down behind it. It does leave you 1,000 short. The other alternative to this build order, just in case you're wondering, is you skip that dozer and you drop down a 3rd airfield with the spare money instead. And with that 3rd airfield, you use it to get the upgrades whilst you spam Comanches from the other 2. Little pro strat for you there. Exclusive to this channel. Teaching you on the job. We have an aggressive tunnel here from Boycah, and he seemed to have dealt with that dozer drop pretty nicely, but there is another dozer drop coming in. And it's going to get some crushes here. Boycah not necessarily paying attention. He's now putting on the pressure on this supply. He's got the hold of this bunker. Got 2 Comanches out from the mighty Fargo. And yeah, Boycah currently not collecting very much from this supply. Only got 1 worker, which is not very good. And this supply placement here doesn't look the best either. There's a lot of movement between the workers. That said, though, Fargo isn't collecting on this supply, and he's also not going to be collecting on this supply for very long, because there are 2 quad cannons here, so the damage is already being done to these Chinooks. That supply has now gone down. Actually missed that, but it's gone down to the Comanches. Now, Fargo hasn't killed that supply. It's just been preemptively sold before the Comanches could kill it. Comanches now back in action over here. They're taking out these quads. Now, the pressure, it looks like the pressure is on Fargo here, which it is a little bit, and 1 Comanche has gone down. But the pressure is really more so on Boycah, because if you let these Comanches just get a few kills and just let them get the upgrade, so he's already got the stealth upgrade, and you don't do any real damage to the Air Force, and he gets a decent amount of Comanches out, you've probably automatically lost, unless your GLA mid to late game is going to be absolutely insane. So the damage that Boycah is doing here is exactly what is needed. The Comanches coming back in from Fargo, think about taking the engagement, fired a few rockets, and now going to come back in again, hopefully when they've reloaded their rockets, but still does not manage to take out even 1 quad. There's a lot of RPGs there. He did not want to take that fight. It's an instant loss for one of the Comanches. I say, not a Fargo pop, but a Fargo, I suppose a Fargo pop and a Fargo Comanche attack is, you could put it under the same thing. It's about when to take an engagement and when not to. You shouldn't have taken that engagement. Losing 1 Comanche for 1 quad is not a worthwhile trade. You want to be trading off more efficiently than that. Ideally, you don't want to be losing any Comanches at all. I mean, if you're going to drop 1 or 2, then fine. You can still probably win the game. But if you're going to be losing like 3, 4, 5 Comanches in the early game, going to be bad. Boycah not resting here. Not resting with the pressure. He's pushing in. Supply has gone down. Now, the thing is here, Fargo does want to sell. Not only does he not want to give the XP to Boycah, but he also doesn't want to let the veterancy get up on these quads. Fargo has gone for a counter-attack. It's going to take out this tunnel. It'll get him about 100 XP. Also getting some veterancy on these Comanches, and when these get to like Vet 2 and Vet 3, they become so hard to kill. So it's actually worthwhile going for the base trade, getting some veterancy on them, and then going back to clean your base up later. That said, though, Fargo actually has gone for a complete base trade. He's actually sold his base, brought a dozer over here, and now building a supply. Doesn't have a power just yet, but he does have 800 that he can build that after, and he's also got some Chinooks flying around. So for me, this is looking really good for Fargo, because you will happily take a base trade, because as long as you can survive and still got this amount of Comanches out with a bit of veterancy, with the upgrades. A lot of people will talk about the stealth upgrade, but it's the that upgrade there, the countermeasure upgrade, is absolutely insane as well. It basically doubles the amount of damage that a Comanche can take from a quad cannon, even though it doesn't necessarily say it on the upgrade. You think it's just against rockets and stuff, but actually 1 Comanche will die to a quad cannon in 4 seconds without the upgrade, but it takes 7 seconds to kill it with the countermeasure upgrade. So it just shows you it basically almost doubles the survivability of the Comanches. And he does have the stealth upgrade, he does have the countermeasure upgrade. So now Boycah's kind of trapped on this little spot here. He's not got any aggressive tunnels back in his old base. And he's probably not going to be able to get him up because these Comanches can just fly around and take everything out. There is one tunnel going to get up here, and that's a mistake there from Fargo. He should be going back. Instead, though, he's going to take an engagement that he probably shouldn't be taking yet again. One Comanche almost going down. Very, very low. That will need to go back and repair now. And if airfield is being built, he's only on one Dozer, by the way. Still a demo trap chilling over here. That could be used to kill the Dozer, actually. The Dozer goes over there to build a firebase. It could actually end up killing the Dozer. Is a tunnel trying to be built here, but Fargo is already on top of that. I don't think that tunnel was cancelled, so that did cost him 800. There is a pop here from Boycah. This is a complete mistake from Fargo because he's been collecting from here for a while. He saw that tunnel building basically from zero, has now got up and has now even lost the Chinook to it. So bad map awareness there, I think, from Fargo. But he doesn't have a radar, so maybe we can let him off. And he is going for another base trade. Is he going for another base trade? I think he is. Don't tell me this is a double base trade game. Gonna be a double base trade. He's just leaving home again because he doesn't want to fight these. To be honest, I think he probably could fight that now, just by flying his Chinooks over and then coming in with the Comanches. If he's got the rocket upgrade, he doesn't have the rocket pod upgrade. Okay, fair enough. Just seems to want to move out of the way and go for the base trade again. So I suppose what he is doing is getting the veterancy up on these Comanches. He's going to take out this bunker, take out these buildings, get the veterancy up. You see the Vet 3-1 now. That's going to be so insanely hard to kill. But we do have a Vet 2 quad, though. Another Vet 2 quad. You see how he stopped that one firing at the last minute to get... It's like League of Legends where you got to get the last hit. Yes, I do know a little bit about League of Legends. I did play it at one point, only for like probably a couple of weeks with Noob Fighter. Noob Fighter played it for quite a while. There is a Dozer going down there, and that is his last Dozer, and there is a scaffold there. Shoot the scaffold, Boycah! That was a 2,000 loss. Oh, baby. Don't tell me that was Fargo's last building. Did he really not place down another scaffold? Fargo's living on the edge. Why has he not placed down another scaffold, like even anywhere? He's at risk of going down here. What the f... Don't tell me. No way. Is that it? Is that it? Boycah's not even shot it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fargo was living on 0 HP and there was like 6 quads there. Boycah chose to fight the Comanches instead. Of course, he doesn't know there's not another scaffold anywhere. Fargo's desperately trying to run away as fast as he can with the Chinook. Chinook taking a little bit of damage. Actually, quite a lot of damage on half HP. These Comanches are only 3 now. And there is 3 quads pushing. It just shows you how good GLA Boycah is with his GLA, like kind of splintering. Not splintering is probably the word. Well, maybe it is, but being like a bit of a cockroach around the map. It's probably more the correct term. Like you squash him in one place, he just appears in another. So is this a double? We're on a double base trade now, aren't we? Because Boycah's back in his original spot now. And Fargo is like kind of like a nomad, just kind of like chilling. I think that quad is now going to go down. You see how these are healing now automatically, apart from that one there? Okay, that's kind of good for Fargo. I'd let them heal back to 100% before you take that fight. As you see, you almost lost one there in 0%. A little bit premature. I don't think he needed to do that. Boycah, what is he doing behind this? He's got a fake arms dealer who's getting a stinger sight. As long as that's got a few RPGs in it, should be kind of good enough cover. But the problem is, there's so much veterancy here now. That is going to be so hard to kill. Fargo is even dropping down another supply center here. This is an insane game. Fargo should really have been dead if Boycah had just like one-tapped that thing. He could have also one-tapped the supply building, by the way. Okay, Comanche's now on top of the production once again. Comanche's not taking any damage. Point defense lasers for the Chinook. Oh, is the Comanche... Sorry, is the Chinook going to go down? It is, I think, going to go down. Fargo surviving on 0% HP again. What is it? Fargo and the 0%... what does Boycah have now? I think Boycah can't win now. He's dropped down another fake arms dealer. He does have his stinger. But Fargo is back collecting on two supplies. He's even got a Chinook down here. Fake arms dealer does go down. Fargo dropping down a CC. Now, what level is he? Yeah, he is level 3, actually. So, A10, Spectre, things like that. I think Boycah is dead. Fargo could get hunted here, actually. Yeah, I can't see any way for Boycah to come back from this now. This is going to give him more veterancy. Got Vet 3, Vet 3, Vet 2. This is it for Boycah now. He doesn't even have any workers anywhere else. This RPG might be able to kill the Dozer. Nah, it doesn't. So that's got to be it. That's got to be GG. That was actually quite a short one. I was expecting a bit of a longer game than that, but I suppose we did get a double base trade out of it. Fargo almost died, like... Well, his Chinook almost went down. The power plant was on basically 0. Boycah just literally needed to select his quad cannons and just click on the power and he would have been dead. But Boycah probably thought that isn't the last scaffold. He's probably placed another scaffold somewhere else. But should you have shot it anyway and then take the fight with the Comanches? I don't know, man. It's a difficult decision. And when you're under pressure and you've got a split half a second to make a decision, he obviously went to fight the Comanches in that case. But yeah, Fargo... yeah, Boycah could have won if he'd have just clicked on the scaffold. He also could have killed Fargo's economy by shooting that supply that was just basically there in the top right corner, and his RPG was shooting the power, but he didn't shoot the supply that was just there. It was a $2,000 building. I think when he did go to click on it, Fargo then already cancelled it. So yeah, bit of a weird and funky game, a little double base trade. A little nice game between two expert players. So GG, well played to both, but yeah, especially to Fargo. But Boycah had the chance, but didn't quite nick it. So yeah, GG. Let me know what you thought of this one in the comments, and see you in the next one. GG.